Is anybody out there? Hello? Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AEW Dynamite recap. Hope you are having a tremendous Valentine's Day and an awesome Ash Wednesday as well, if that's what you're celebrating. Listen, there was love, there was bloodshed. Hey, some might say Taylor Swift was even there. Who knows? All I know, it was another crazy episode of Dynamite. So, before we get going and before I'm joined by the boys, I just want to say that the world has lost a cute little one with the passing of Puppy Bowl 20 participant Little Sweet Pea. So this episode will be dedicated to the memory of Sweet Pea. But now let's bring out the boys.
Yo, what up? I forgot Caesar. There he goes.
Imagine.
AEW Dynamite, dog. Let's get right into that shit.
Let's go.
The gift I didn't even know I wanted. Orange Cassidy versus Matt Taven. I feel like I gotta give one of those Shaq. I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game, Delios. I gotta give Matt Taven a little bit of an apology. I'm not ready to turn. I'm not ready to turn the page on my Matt Taven head yet. But come on, check this shit out. All right, he's a fucking maniac. I'll give him that shit. That was sick. Great match though, all around. Orange Cassidy put in a lot of work. Got his ass busted open.
Ooh.
Thumbtacks from a heart. Oh damn! I had a screenshot. It's gone because of the video. Yeah, Orange Cassidy wins.
From Chuck E.
We're furthering a storyline that kind of came out of nowhere last week, and I feel like they put it together just to build to this particular match. But no, it's bullshit. But it's not that it came out of nowhere last week because Roderick Strong has been after Orange Cassidy's belt since the formation of Undisputed Kingdom. But they didn't heat up the storyline until I'd say like last week. And now people are like, what's the story of this match? Well, I mean, the story's there. I can point it out to you, but either way, I had a lot of fun with this main event tonight. What did you guys think? And what did you all think out there in internet land? Let us know in the comments below.
Come on, chat. Let us know about Texas death. That's exactly what this was. Literally, Orange Cassidy's face almost got peeled like an orange. It was crazy. And then we had to talk about Chucky T sending the Valentine over with thumbtacks. Life is like a box of thumbtacks, maybe?
Life is like a box of thumbtacks.
There's the screenshot.
Well, they say you never know what's in a box of chocolates. This time it was a box of thumbtacks. Some would call that a little tacky for a Valentine's Day gift. I would not. I thought it was romantic, and I would also
return to your local Walgreens, perhaps.
I'd also love myself a little box of thumbtacks, but yeah, I mean. Pretty much it was just a fun Texas death match for the sake of they were in Texas, and let's further this Roderick Strong thing. I love that finish with Roderick Strong interfering and Trent taking the bullet for his boy. I just love to see brotherhood, broship, bromance. That resonates with me.
The bromance, let's go.
Let's fucking go. So what do you got? What did you guys think?
Those table spots were intense.
Oh, Matt Taven met the table with his face, bro.
No. Incredible.
Did you guys see that one moment where Trent Beretta came out? He had the box of flowers, and then he just ripped out the lead pipe from it like it was Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
He did it so fast that I was like, why? You didn't get the shot. They didn't get the shot of the flowers. I missed it. I must have, or maybe it was me. Maybe I blinked. But
he walked out with it, and that's where I'm just like, he's like Terminator right now. I thought he was gonna pull out the sawed-off shotgun.
That was the other box they had backstage.
So they didn't fuck me. I got all fucked up in my brain. That was pretty much the end of the show. They didn't really further. It's always weird when they end the show with like a middle card storyline because it's like, oh, okay, that's fun. It was a great match, and the story will continue next week. But there wasn't much meat to the story so far, so it's like, I'm more interested in the other things that were going on in the show.
I'm just shocked that Roddy didn't yell this episode.
I think we didn't get a chance to put him on the mic. We need.
Or even just like Orange when he's going for his move at the end, the knee.
Yeah. So we can pretty much whip it back up to the beginning of the show. There wasn't really much else to say, but the show kicked off with Jon Moxley and Dax Harwood. A little show of some Valentine's Day romance from both gentlemen.
Match.
Of course, eventually ended with Dax Harwood getting put to sleep. Jon Moxley would not let go of the choke. And the BCC is like sometimes they're heels, sometimes they're face. They are whatever the fuck they want. But headed into this match in Mexico against four of CMLL's biggest stars, you have to imagine that they're going to they're going to be more aggressively heel as they head into there. As I pointed out last week, the whole BCC versus CMLL storyline has had Blackpool Combat Club basically acting as the heels anyway. So what this establishes is them as heels on AEW TV as well. I wish we could have seen more involvement from the CMLL guys, but I know that they're in Japan right now for the Fantasticmania tour, and that kind of puts a little damper on furthering that storyline on TV. But it looks like we'll see the next chapter of that in Arena Mexico. Hopefully we can find out where the fuck to stream that at. If I don't know how to watch that match.
I'm gonna get Fight TV.
You gotta be there.
It's not though. Like CMLL doesn't usually air on Fight TV. They have their own weird streaming situations. Best hope AEW gets the match so they can put it on their YouTube or something.
At least the rights to stream matches with their talents.
They've done that before. Yeah. They've had early on, like before they had TV, they would lend talent out to other promotions to further their own storylines, and then use the clips on their YouTube channel. But
I want to say too, it was a nice move because a lot of people, I think, remember and know about FTR having their tours of Mexico by all those stretches, and Dax the Axe as the representative brawler always is just great when you have him up against another fist fighter in Jon Moxley. So I think both those aspects in there definitely helps bridge the gap in a way.
They beat the shit out of each other,
and they bit each other, and they kissed each other.
They bit each other. They kissed each other. It was a great opening match. Jon Moxley has become like the opening guy for AEW, right? Like I feel like every time a show starts, I expect to hear his theme song. It's like that fucking wah.
I still am dying for the day I can hear Moxley come out to Freak on a Leash by Korn. That'll be solid.
Oh, we'll see.
That's a completely different song.
Tony's got the money.
I don't listen to that. No, I was kidding.
Wow. What?
Where's Greg?
No, he's watching.
We had Don Callis come on this match and declare that he was looking for opponents for Takeshita outside of the Don Callis family, but he decided against it. He's going to look within. They're going to do Konosuke Takeshita versus Will Ospreay at AEW Revolution. Oh, god damn, that is beautiful. Look at that graphic. Perfect way to bring Will Ospreay in. It's not like the AEW audience doesn't know him already. He's been on television. He's fought Orange Cassidy. He's fought Kenny
Jericho.
Omega. He's fought Jericho. He's pretty much been a featured character on AEW TV, so it's not like
well established.
Yeah, you don't have to go through too much. So I guess I understand that. It does feel like there's a little more to this than just Don Callis announcing it and them going through with it. Kyle Fletcher has been kind of hinting on social media that somebody's going to have to choose a side. Basically.
And that's even in a way, too, what Callis was talking about, where he's kind of mentioning Fletch in a way that was away from the other members of the Don Callis family.
Yeah. I imagine, I mentioned it before, like I've been calling for this match for a while. I wanted Will Ospreay to take on Takeshita. I thought it was the perfect first opponent. I thought they were perfect opponents for each other. But I also wanted to see some, I guess, dissension. Like I wanted to Ospreay get the ball rolling on a story already. I didn't want him to come in and then just have this match and then we have to wait till the next Dynamite to find out what's he going to be involved in. I wanted to get a ball rolling on a storyline for Will Ospreay. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the direction they're going, and we're going to do United Empire versus the Don Callis family or something like that. I am, but on the other side of that spectrum, we might also end up with Chris Jericho teaming up with Will Ospreay instead by accident. So you might want to be careful. Be careful what you wish for. We had another segment after that with the Young Bucks getting off playing with their Sting soul patches. They got the Sting soul patch going.
That's true. I didn't even realize that is absolutely true. And the Sting shades.
Yeah, the Sting shades and the Sting soul patch, the whole situation while wearing Sting's blood. Very disgusting. Even on like a kayfabe level, I'm like, man, I hope that isn't, I hope that isn't the bloody outfit from. I really hope
like red wine or something.
I mean, it doesn't look like blood, right?
Looks like mud.
It does dry up though in a certain way like that.
Yeah, I hope not. Blood is all crusty too. Blood gets crusty. It's fucking disgusting.
It's very unsanitary post-COVID.
Right. We had Adam Cole.
Whoa, we're skipping over match of the night, the War Dog versus Barrett Brown.
Oh yeah. So we had Adam Copeland take on Daniel Garcia.
Hey, listen. I just want to say, Wardlow coming out and having a working knee and still doing the posing gimmick to the Contron, perfect. All right, Adam Copeland Garcia, let's go.
No, I feel like this Wardlow thing is a him in a rut. Like I don't want to see him running in this circle. Like this is annoying and embarrassing. I hate this. I want him to be actively involved in something. So fuck these squash matches.
For the death match segment either.
No, it had nothing to do with those guys. Like, whatever. I'm out there. I just let him go. Just let him go.
Seller Danhausen wasn't there either.
He got the flex earlier. That's all he had to do. Done.
I mean, a pretty good match. Adam Copeland and Daniel Garcia out there. They killed it for about 10 to 12 minutes before the patriarchy ruined the match.
Damn it, Nick.
Mother Wayne taking out Edge just long enough for Christian to pull off the old concerto, classic stuff.
Must have been a quiet night at Olive Garden.
It always looks really fucking nasty. Can you see that again? That's a great. Is camera work or is it Christian? I'm like, well, that's great stuff. Great. I was in a group chat and I was like, man, this would be a great 6-man tag for the pay-per-view or maybe next month at Dynamite. And then he kills Edge. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's over.
Never mind. I apologize for having hopes.
Scripts.
I love too that Daddy Magic is always Garcia's personal commentator now.
Yeah. He is. It's an awesome thing going on, but where the fuck is Angelo Parker? Is he still in that Outcast shit?
Yeah, they're trying to keep that storyline going distantly and keep things like every 2 weeks with him and Ruby.
I saw that Ruby Soho left the Outcasts, or at least abandoned her.
She had a note in her pocket that something or someone told her a little bit about the situation with Saraya and Harley Cameron.
Oh, so they were trying to get her. Okay, well, keep that stuff on Rampage. So we had my favorite segment of the night. I thought Samoa Joe
and a suit,
excellent suit.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve Strickland. They face off for a little bit before Hangman Page makes his way out there, and
those boos.
Not all the way though. We still got some work to do when it comes to getting the crowd to turn on Hangman entirely, as it seems. He was out there, and him and Swerve going back and forth with the shit that they've been going back and forth on for the last few weeks. It makes sense. It's good stuff. And Joe just gets involved, gets in the middle, and he's like, "This is fucking. If you guys want to kiss, you want to do what you want to do. Do what you got to do. But you're not pinning him. You're not pinning him. I'm gonna whip both your asses." Actually, I loved that segment. I wonder if I have that here.
Samoa Joe and come Revolution, I'm whipping both your asses.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That was perfect. That's my world champion, baby.
Yeah,
God, I love this.
Unmatched.
I really hope he doesn't lose that belt anytime soon. There's so many people in the company that can be world champion right now that everybody has their wants and hopes and dreams for. Ospreay should win it immediately. Swerve should win it right now. Hangman should win it back. Okada's coming. He should have it on his first night.
Just give it away to everybody.
Just let
Forget
Joe
the men's
sit.
division. Give it to Mercedes.
Let Joe sit. Let Joe sit right on top of that stacked division as world champion. Is perfect. I don't need him dropping this belt anytime soon. Beyond that, though, triple threat at Revolution, that's probably not going to be the main event, right? I always assume that when AEW does a multi-man world title match, it's usually because it's not going to be in the main event.
Yeah, that feels such like a semi-main event thing. I mean, it has to be Sting, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
As great as the story is, though, like having Swerve and Hangman's heat mixed with Samoa Joe's just Samoa Jonas is the perfect fucking combination.
The Forbidden Jonas Brothers, Samoa Jonas.
The fourth member?
He's got a purity ring. No,
God.
Samoa Joe is taking a chastity vow. For the sake of Disney.
For the sake of
That's so weird.
Champion.
How weird is that? Are you like, how do you even have that conversation with a child? You have to swear to me that you will never. That's insane. I guess Samoa Joe could force me to take a chastity vow. I think he's a scary guy. He acts.
Yeah,
you know what else
is scary? The deals on Dirt Sheet Radio merch.
Promo code chastity vow.
Promo code Samoa Jonas.
Oh goodness. Wait.
Canceled.
So we had the Young Bucks. Are they just Nicholas and Matthew Jackson? Do they get called the Young Bucks?
The EVPs, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, aka the Young Bucks.
Or their passport names.
The Young Bucks come out and they cut their shit. They have a pretty decent match with Top Flight. It's
do not forget the return of Rapid Hydretti.
That's right.
Yeah, he did it on the ramp too.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
fucking kill me.
Like he
What are we
backed up
doing?
in the bottle.
What's the point? Anyway,
it's hyped.
pretty decent match. I thought it would have been. It wasn't like it didn't go all the way out. Like they did a lot of their heel Young Bucks shit, and it was all right though. They end a pretty fast match. I got to take the times out on this. Darby Allin comes out after the Bucks threatened to kill Tony Schiavone.
And almost did.
They almost did. Darby cuts a pretty scathing promo with some shoot elements, but it was like I had a friend say, "Oh, this is some Vince Russo shit," and I thought, like, well, I mean, I could see how you would think that, right? But I think if you think a little deeper about it, then it's not, because when Vince Russo and WCW 2000, they were doing inside jabs to like active company problems that WCW could not fix and people knew about, and it's like if they had laughed at the CM Punk thing like the week it happened on Dynamite, like if they had made a storyline and a joke out of that shit, I could be like, oh, all right, that's a little Vince Russo-esque. You got fucking Brian Pillman Jr. out here cutting promos about shit that doesn't matter. You know, that's the kind of WCW Vince Russo shit that I think of. I thought the Bucks addressing problems that the company kind of already moved past, and like they're old, like
dealt with, and it wasn't, because Vince Russo did it out of necessity because they already tried everything and nothing worked thanks to Hogan's contract and favored nations clauses and all that fun stuff, brother. But in this instance, these are matters that have already come and gone. You know, it doesn't matter the same way, and it's not the same Vince Russo line. That's why I looked very confused when I heard that.
Yeah, no, that was a friend of ours too. I think you know him too. I won't put him on blast.
Who is he?
But I enjoy that they're basically taking these old problems that are addressed, that have been addressed, and that fans know have been addressed, and that I think most industry observers are aware of that have been addressed, but you still see online as part of the perception of the company, like people bring these outdated things up all the time, just like the most low IQ regurgitated opinions from 3 years ago that you've ever seen. And they flood the comment sections with the absolute worst lacking of critical thought opinions that you've ever read. And when you take those small, low IQ, low hanging fruit and you put them on television and you bash them, and you smash them and you turn it into an easy to understand storyline for those same low IQ opinion regurgitating fans to now see and be presented with and have an obvious example of. I think it works I think it works for the company. I think it works very well. I don't think it comes across Vince Russo at all. I think it comes across as self-aware more than anything.
Self-aware, self-referential, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I gotta say too, one of my favorite aspects in this match as well was Excalibur calling Taz the human sellout machine.
Oh my god! So I wasn't hearing things.
That got me.
You know what though? There was on commentary, Taz was like playing it up, and Tony Schiavone was like deadpanning it. And at one point, Taz has to tell him like, I'm trying to entertain here. Like, shut the fuck up. Tony just doesn't say anything else. And Taz goes, well, happy Valentine's Day, folks. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Which, like, to me kind of makes sense when you see like the stuff later where Shivani just doesn't care about like a lot of like, the Jackson things. So I wonder if that was something purposeful now.
Yeah, I hope that it was, because it didn't come across like as part of the thing. He's like, bro, I'm trying to put something over here. Like, what are you doing? Like, he didn't tell him like, oh, you're disrespecting the EVPs. He was like, dog, I'm bullshitting. Like, why are you fucking this up for me? So, like, it was hilarious though.
Poor uncomfortable Excalibur.
So the match is official. Tornado tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. This graphic is Sting's final match graphic. Take that shit in. This is Sting's last match right here. The icon. They aren't the Young Bucks. You're right.
Championship gold.
It's going to be a sight to behold. Texas Tornado match means you could do whatever the fuck you want, and it's going to be exactly in Sting's wheelhouse. He's going to do the dive.
Something high, yeah.
And the Bucks are going to do their fucking thing, and Sting's going to no-sell 18 super kicks. And I'm going to lose my shit. It's going to be emotional.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm ready for it. I don't know how people can still be against the match. It's like, this is Sting's choice beyond anything, beyond my own enjoyment and preference, that I'm like, yeah, that's great. I love the Young Bucks. This is gonna be a great match. Sting chose the motherfuckers himself, so I'm beyond even arguing that with people anymore. Like, I know I'm right because he knows I'm right. He chose it himself. So moving on from that, we had Skye Blue taking on Willow Nightingale. I'm sorry, I had two screenshots of Skye Blue instead.
Skye Blue versus Skye Blue.
Skye Blue versus Skye Blue.
Cool Battle of the internal mind.
Battle of the Blue Skeef. Willow Nightingale picks up the victory.
Don't forget a little bit of assistance from the one she calls
Stokely Hathaway jumps up onto the ropes, and he does the heel manager shtick of helping Willow win the match, but Skye Blue is the heel. So I thought, like, oh, this comes off weird, but okay, it's fine. Stokely getting involved in the matches has been the thing. Willow doesn't want it. Chris Statlander is slowly beginning to accept it. So I imagine that I don't want them to have to face each other yet, because I thought they were fine together, but that works. I mean, Chris Statlander versus Willow works. They had a great
change of pace too, from the usual thing where the heel has someone else jump up on their behalf.
They had a great match back at the pre-show of the pay-per-view that fell apart at the end. So I would really like to see them redeem themselves with a one-on-one. But that's me. I thought at this point of the episode, I thought to myself, like, there's not a lot of times leading into an AEW pay-per-view, there's always one episode where we just like establish matches, but things aren't really happening. I thought this was one of those. Like, we're setting things up for Revolution. We've got the Darby match. We've got the Takeshita match. We set up whatever they're doing with Stokely, Toni Storm, and Deonna Purrazzo. Fucking
The premiere of Lit Inc.
That was hilarious.
Great video. Deonna comes out and she doesn't say a fucking thing. She's just like, in my family, we have a word that means, yeah, it was something Italian. And then,
that's our word.
What is the word? What did she say?
I cannot say it live on the air right now.
The translation.
What does it mean?
I can't go there.
This is very,
wow.
I expected this. They like to keep to themselves.
Where's the boot button?
So my problem with this storyline before, I mentioned that Deonna Purrazzo coming in, doing one storyline immediately and then losing the big match was not good for her. Now, if they had a hot story leading into the match, then fine. They are not. This is cold. I don't know whose fault it is. Toni entertains me still. I watched that wet ink video with fucking facials, all that stupidity. I thought this was hilarious. I thought this was great. Deonna comes on the screen. I
have a breaking news moment right now. My my Sicilian mother has told me to make sure everyone knows that it means loudmouth.
Loudmouth. Thank you.
Straight from
appreciate
the mother.
Shout out to Mama Luraco.
Let's go. Big shout out.
Awesome. Thank you. See? Thank you. But I like Deonna, man. I think she's a great wrestler. I don't know that she's meshing very well with what Toni Storm is doing on television. I think I don't know if she's just not. I don't even know how to fix it. She just. I don't know if it's the story format. I don't know if it's the people that are formatting the story or if it's just Deonna. Like, I don't want to be like, you suck, Deonna Purrazzo. You're ruining this Toni Storm gimmick with your bullshit. Go back to where you came from. Because I know she's a great wrestler, but I've never known her to be a great television performer. So I'm leaning towards she's just not meshing well with this Toni Storm thing that's going on. But I suspect that the match on pay-per-view is going to slap very fucking hard. They're good friends.
Well,
when friends get in the ring together, they tend to beat the shit out of each other. So that's what I'm hoping to see.
Best friends do it the best. That's why everyone loves a good Benoit Guerrero match.
You don't have to worry when your best friend punches you hard in the face. You know, like, oh, they don't hate me. Like, I'm gonna do it back, and they're gonna talk shit about it later. So those are always the best fucking matches to watch, and I suspect it's gonna be great. Was Toni tattooing over the duck? Like, was she putting a new tattoo over it?
It was kind of like off to the side of it, where it's like the blade going through. How some people get that.
Oh, she killed the duck. Oh goodness. I see.
Done.
So I mean, that was pretty much everything, right? What did we miss?
We had one more thing.
What was that?
The Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
Oh shit, that's right. They challenged. They set up a 12-man.
Oh my god.
On Friday.
Their titles ready to go, and not a single reference to the Undisputed Kingdom.
Nope.
I can't, Nick. I can't. I am fucking dying. What happened? What is going on?
Who shit the bed?
Why are they off television? Why are they doing backstage bullshit? Why are they not interacting with the people they're supposed to have heat with? Why are they not helping Orange Cassidy when he's getting jumped? Like, they
had the perfect moment to come out. I think fans were even chanting for it.
I'm saying Jay White is doing nothing with these fucking people. They went through all this shit to set up the combination, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, and then they put them in stasis. Into the freezer you go. Holy shit.
Chambers.
I can't. I'm starting to be really angry. I imagine that just means that they don't have anything for them in this pay-per-view cycle, but it's like, what the fuck? What were we doing? Like, how did we end up at a place where they don't have anything for you? All the guys are there. The whole Undisputed Kingdom is right there. I'm worried that it's Tony Khan has this mentality. He's mentioned it in interviews. It's not like something I'm interpreting based on what I see. He said this. He says that the late pay-per-view buys come in heavier when you announce the matches within 2 weeks of the show. Right? So I'm like, but that doesn't mean that you have to heat up a story within 2 weeks of the show. Like,
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Keep building things. Hello?
you could have been setting this up for weeks. They haven't even crossed paths.
No,
Not even in the back either.
They don't even speak to each other. I don't even think they have issues anymore. If
They don't
they
talk about each other anymore.
if they brought the problems back up now, I would actually think that's very toxic of them. You already moved on. I think we can just continue, guys.
Remember
You're kind of letting them
me?
live rent free in your head.
Listen.
So, yeah, it's killing me. See, even seeing them backstage for 30 seconds feels like, well, you didn't service me at all. Like, you should have just left him off the episode at that point. All you did was remind me how much I hate what you're doing.
And they had graphics for everything happening, like, this week and next week, but they didn't mention anything else really about the 12-man.
Nothing. What's this 12-man? I don't fucking know. Toni.
That trios match, though, was looking mighty fine.
This actually looks awesome. Hangman and RVD being on the same team after all these weeks of weed references. I was like, damn, that's the payoff that I didn't know I needed. I am down. Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland is an interesting team because, obviously they're opponents, but Swerve has said multiple times, this is not personal. I just want your spot. So I imagine it's going to get personal next week. You also have Jeff Hardy versus Sammy Guevara on Friday. Not sure how Sammy's going to fit into the anything that's going on ever anymore. But that'll be a great match between the two. I mean, again, like I said earlier on, this is one of those Dynamites where there wasn't much to put your teeth into. It was like we set some things up, we had some good matches. It's Valentine's Day, go fuck your girlfriend, or don't go be alone.
Whatever.
But they sent you on your way. They said this is your 2 hours of wrestling. We'll be back next week with some heat. There's no collision this week. It was previously reported that it would be a 3-hour block of AEW TV on Friday, but that didn't happen. It sounds like the NBA, not the finals, right? The All-Star game or something?
Yeah.
All-Star.
I don't watch that fake shit. I only watch real pro wrestling, baby. Look at this real. No. You see that? That's so realistic. That man is probably dead.
He's still in the ring right now.
I don't expect to see him next week at all. But hasn't he actually taken 2 of those on AEW TV now? Hasn't Christian killed him with a concerto before?
I think
these moves used to end people's good lives.
They wrote people out of television for months
weeks
back in the day.
For months. If you got a concerto, it was because you were injured. And we weren't going to see you for 6 months.
We were writing you out of storylines for a bit.
Now they have fucking steel skulls. So I understand. It's evolution.
Advancements in sports medicine.
That's what it is. So, I mean, we're pretty much, it's early on. I feel weird taking us to the final segments.
John, listen, John, this is what happens when AEW's got the best medical team.
Dr. Samson.
Dr. Samson's just in the corner like, he looks good to me.
Can you feel my heart intensifies?
He's good, man. He's twitching, so he's moving, so he's alive.
He's breathing. Samson.
I think. So, I mean, who's your jobber tonight, fellas?
Bear Brown. The actual jobber they hired.
That's right. The actual jobber who lost to Wardlow. Is his name? Would you say Bear Brown?
Barrett Brown.
Barrett Brown. Sorry, Barrett. This is not your night. I guess I'd have to agree, kind of. I don't really see anybody I can call a full-on jobber of the night. I can't.
Facebook said that Wardlow is his own Valentine.
That's a shame. He's got lots of Wardlow mommies. They all love him. I thought that was like a thing.
Like Mommy Wayne.
No, Mother Wayne. Mother Wayne is a harlot. She's evil. She's evil.
We don't at Olive Garden. So she showed up on the show.
Look, I had a screenshot of her being evil, but it's gone now. Never mind.
Is it from her IG?
No. She's got a very nice Instagram though. There she goes. Evil. She's giving
This is a
Edge,
meme right here.
giving Edge a reach around. No.
No.
He wishes.
That's just pro wrestling, baby. That's what we do. That's how matches end. Megastar of the night.
Pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Nah.
Oh my!
I'm gonna do some horrible shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it to Matt
Dun
Taven.
dun dun.
You cannot call Matt Taven a megastar ever.
Come on.
Matt Taven's forehead's the megastar, not Matt.
He's
Taven.
a fucking maniac for doing that. And for that, I'll give him the fucking megastar of the night.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. 100%. He can have that. Also,
All right, you convinced me. I'll say Matt Taven.
but honorable mention.
All right. Hey, he's got his own little Canadian dance going on here. You can relate to
Let's. You don't do that dance in Canada. Let's just.
Dude, are you sure? Because Taz said it was a Canadian dance.
Maybe it's a Toronto thing. I'm not from Toronto, so
I should believe it.
Go back to Toronto.
I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Oh my god, that Chris Jericho line.
So since you dance, I was gonna say, since you don't dance like that in Canada, how do you dance? Where's your megastar? You have to dance. You can't just talk shit about Edge's dance.
That's for another episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caesar with his dance moves.
We get canceled so fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing all of Canada, Caesar with his dance.
He's got talent. The Canadian representative.
We actually have a show. I guess it's CGT. That's right.
CGT, baby. Do you have? Is that a thing? Is that do you have like a Simon?
I think it's like Howie Mandela does that. I think.
Is it Howie?
I don't remember.
He's not a bad guy. People love Howie Mandela.
I don't know if Dana White does.
Oh, let's that's such a fucking work. Like, no way. Dana White took his stupid limo, did his fucking lines, got in this elevator, went all the way upstairs, sat in a chair, and decided 30 seconds in that I'm going home. Or he just went outside because he's a free spirit.
Trish drives as a judge.
Is she? I don't watch this.
I didn't know that. I know.
Canada's Got Talent. We down here. They don't even air that here. We got an American one.
That's true. We got Simon.
Giga Canada Idol.
I think we did.
Do you guys heard the story of how Hulk Hogan claims he's the one that discovered Simon Cowell?
Oh God,
I actually haven't heard that, but I'd like to.
One of the many Hogan lies, brother.
Listen, brother.
Truths, depending on who you believe.
I'll get a video of that for the podcast, but I mean that's pretty much us for this week. That's AEW Dynamite. Not much to talk about, so I won't stretch it much further. I'll go spend time with my wife on Valentine's Day. You guys,
rest in peace, Sweet Pea.
You can catch me on the flagship Dirt Sheet Radio podcast tomorrow morning. Not live. Possibly live. I don't know.
Who else?
With Nick Larocco and Greg Thomas, who we love. Caesar, we can catch you on the Monday shows as well as our Wednesday show, AEW Dynamite Post Show Rewind. Next week, 2 weeks from now, we got the WWE Elimination Chamber watch along. We're watching along. We're waking up at 5 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm waking up at 2 a.m. on the West Coast to watch a WWE pay-per-view. If Triple H don't slap that shit out of the park, I'm going to boycott this company at least until the Monday that comes after that Saturday. But you can catch us all week long. Dirt Sheet Radio immediately after Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night NXT, Wednesday Night Dynamite, Thursday Night Impact, Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday Night and Sunday Night pay-per-views, and eventually an AEW Collision live stream when they get their shit together. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. Boom. Hit the graphic on me, baby.
Peace out. Let's go.
Woo! Love it.
I'll thank you.